going.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get you up and running.
We can see cars and trees. Oh, okay, cool. Can you hear me? It's working though. Can you guys hear me? Yep, we can hear you. Excellent. Hey, Corwin. Hey guys, I'm Ray, and we are streaming live from Quad State 2025, and I have a lot to show you guys. This blacksmithing conference is like if you were to put the Missouri conference and the Indiana conference together and then double it. That's about how big this conference is. I'm so excited to bring you guys with me as I explore the area. We've got several people that we want to talk to. Some are old friends that we have met before, and some are new friends that we haven't met yet. It's pretty quiet. So I don't know why it's quiet. Test, 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 1, 2, test, test. Test, 1, 2, test, test. Test, 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 test. I don't know, I can hear you fine. I have my volume only at halfway. You might have to turn me up a little bit. We are live outside, so we might have a little bit of wavering on some of the technical stuff, a little bit of difficulties. Understandable, but rather low level. I apologize for that, guys.
I cranked it.
Okay.
Hold on, I can try swapping it.
Okay. Apologies for any pops that happened when we were unplugging and plugging things.
Is that better?
Better, but Butler is significantly louder.
I'm louder?
Yes. You're apparently louder than I am, according to them.
Then we're probably not picking up. Do you have that phone adapter?
Yeah, it's in my pocket.
Alright, let's try that. Because we're probably just picking up the phone rather than the...
Yes, I know that we are... Yeah, so Sandwich says that it sounds like the phone is just picking me up. How about now? There we go. All right, cool.
Alright.
All right, so it's because we didn't have the adapter in. Normally I have an adapter, and we were messing around with it just to try and get Streamlabs was screwing up, so I'm doing my best. We had a little scuff at the beginning. So the first place that we're gonna go, so we're gonna come over here, and we're gonna say hi to T-Star Leather. Now, we met the guys from T-Star Leather in Missouri way back last spring. So they've got another booth. It's a much bigger booth today, this weekend. And so we're going to check it out. So here we go. T-Star Leather specializes in custom leather, handmade aprons and gun holsters and knife holsters. They are beautiful hand-tooled pieces of beautiful art. All right. So we've got quite a bit of lovely stuff. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome. I'm awesome. How are you? So I'm here with my live audience, and we are checking out your hand-tooled leather working. And so, can you tell? Oh, okay, back here. Hello. We are back. I'm back with my live audience, and so yeah, we are here to check out your leatherworking.
Yep.
We've got quite a bit of new people in the audience today, so
Awesome.
several have not seen your work. So can you tell us about it?
Well, my business is T-Star Leather, and I've been doing leatherwork for about 29 years.
Mhm.
And I started out with making holsters and knife sheaths for cowboy stuff and Renaissance festivals, and then I started hanging around with knife makers and blacksmiths, so I started doing product for this kind of thing. All of our designs are my own designs. I come up with the patterns for my work, and um, we've developed product over 29 years, and we've got a pretty good following of people at the blacksmith events. I've done over 615 custom knife and sword sheaths for
Mhm.
different knife makers, and yeah.
Awesome. So I see you've got a whip there.
Yeah, I used to work at a Western theme park doing performances.
Uh-huh.
So whips, ropes, fast draw,
Mhm.
fancy pistol handling, all that kind of stuff. So I ran next door and grabbed a whip from the guy next door, and I'm playing hooky and popping whips and having a little bit of fun.
Well, maybe we'll check them out later, but
Yeah.
let's keep on checking out your work. Absolutely gorgeous.
So the designs that you see on the leather, everything is hand tooled in and hand stamped into the leather with by hand. My wife does a lot of the color painting that's done on some of the designs.
Excellent.
A lot of detail goes into some of that work.
So are these dyes, or is it like acrylics, or what type of paint is that?
The paint that's used is acrylics. Some of the color is done with dye. The orange flames up there, that's all done with leather dyes, but the blue flames are acrylic paints.
Excellent. Yeah.
And some of the natural tones, the dyes work really, really well.
Mhm.
But like the blues and other stuff like that on the leather, they fade out so fast that they don't have any life. So we use acrylic paints for some of the bolder colors.
That makes sense. Yeah. Seems a little bit easier to dye some of the more closer tones to the leather itself.
Yeah, leather is a dominant color in itself,
Mhm.
and so the further you go from a tone that the leather is, the harder it is to hold that. The sun will bleach the dye out, and the next thing you know, it's brown again.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Yeah.
So I was looking at this guy earlier. Can you tell me how long did that take you to hand tool?
The tooling on there, I spent 3 or 4 days researching leatherwork from the 1880s to come up with the artwork, and it took 16 hours of carving to do the tooling that's on that lid.
Wow. It's absolutely gorgeous.
The bag is called a portmanteau. It's a piece of luggage from history. They used it for clothes from the 1600s up until about the 1850s or so.
Excellent. Yeah. So, do you have any special stuff that wasn't here for the Missouri show?
The the only kind of unique thing that wasn't here from Missouri is it's a bit of a whimsical piece, but this axe cover that I did.
Oh.
That's original art that I drew and then tooled and carved into the leather.
Very
And
nice.
I have a terrible sense of humor. So let me show you the back.
We absolutely love dad jokes and puns in this stream. So yes.
Yeah. So that was something special, and that was actually at a customer request because he knew my sense of humor.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me the pun. He said, "I want the scene. I want a pun." He was pleased. So.
Yes, I would definitely be too. I mean, that's gorgeous, gorgeous work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Everything else is, from a certain point of view, more of the same.
Okay.
Almost nothing I make is a duplicate.
Yes, of course.
But it's the same kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so I want to make another one. It's never a copy of the last one, but there's so many different tooling options. There's so many different color options. I'm always mixing and matching and having fun with it.
Yeah, always learning, always growing.
Yes, absolutely.
So can you tell me about, we talked a little bit in Missouri about how you teach a little bit of hand
Yes.
and you sell the tools.
I sell
for
the
that.
tools, right. I teach quite a bit about, a lot of them are knife events, so I teach about making sheaths and a little bit about doing leatherwork in general. And I sell a few of the tools that go along with, especially sewing leather. It's something that without instruction, sewing leather can be really hard, slow and painful. With the right tools and techniques, it goes a lot more quickly. It's not nearly as stressful, and the results turn out better. And mostly it's just tools and techniques. So it's one of the things that I do try to teach.
Yeah, definitely. And how can we find your work online?
My website is tstarleather.com. It is a adequate website for a guy who is a professional leather worker, not a website developer. I have a Facebook page under T-Star Leather. That is a great place to see thousands of pictures of my custom work. Falls under my programming ability. Click and shoot. Those are the two best ways to find my work and see pictures of what I do. At the end of the day, if you're interested in acquiring something, send me a text, send me an email. Those are the best ways to take care of it. Contact for me is on all of my platforms.
Okay. And I've got my next question is what do you think when you about Quad State as an event?
Quad State is the largest blacksmithing themed event in the United States, and it is a really amazing event. Whether you're wanting to see blacksmithing and bladesmithing demonstrated, whether you're looking for some antique tools, the selection here is the most fantastic I've ever seen, bar none. And some of the craftsmen and artisans that are here really bring out some of the best stuff you're going to see. I've been coming here since 2017, and I will be here until I can't.
Yeah. This is our first time here at Quad State, and it's been a blast. It's amazing. The amount of people here, it's incredible.
Yeah. The scale of this event is kind of hard to believe until you've been here sometime. You walk up and down the aisles, and it's just so much more to see,
Yeah.
And yeah, there's probably somewhere around 1,000 people here this weekend. That's a lot.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So thank you for talking with us.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming in.
Anything else that you'd like to share?
Not at this time.
All right. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and get good sales.
Thank you.
I expect you to sell out before the end of the day.
I won't sell out, but we keep moving product.
Yeah.
I came with a lot of stuff in the boxes. Most of the boxes are empty, so
Awesome.
we managed to have enough to make the tent not empty, but I don't have any backstock.
Awesome. Always good.
I like getting there.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
I am checking out chat, but I'm having a little bit of issues. I don't know that it's live chat right now. Let's see. Chat pause due to scroll. Okay, so we are gonna go over and check out another leather supplier. We're gonna check out the whip booth. There we go, test. Okay, it looks like chat's rolling again. Awesome. So let's check out this booth. Hi.
Come on in.
Hey. So we've got quite a bit of stuff here. We've got some wood burning over here and some boxes.
Are you guys a YouTuber?
I'm currently live streaming on Twitch. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that platform.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend uses that, and he sees. Yeah. He shows me.
Yeah, so we're live streaming the event, so yeah.
All right. Well, what can I help you?
So we saw the guys over at T-Star had a whip, and
Yeah, he's testing out a new cracker because he actually knows how to use them. He's been doing shows and stuff, westerns, stuff like that. So he's testing something out. So he came over and borrowed one of mine.
Oh, yes.
If you want a demo, I can show you.
I would love a demo of the whip cracking. What do you guys think, chat? Would you like a whip cracking demo?
No chat. No whip cracking.
Yes. Yes, we would.
All right.
Why do you have a cane?
Step out here.
All right.
Clear the bike, I think.
Yeah. All right. Where is the best place to stand?
Right about there. Get yourself
Okay.
in shape.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
the 5
is
footer moves pretty
incredible.
fast. You want to try it?
Sure.
Okay.
All
Oh,
right.
chat.
Yeah.
So, check this out.
Make sure you can hear him.
Here's what you do.
Yes.
You want to hold it low, kind of like gear shift, because you're going to be able to move it
Okay.
with your fingers instead of your whole wrist.
Okay.
You're going to have it behind you, and you're going to
Behind
swing
me.
it like a disc, 3/4 of a turn.
Okay.
You want to swing it fast enough that you hear a whistle, and when you hear the whistle behind you,
Okay.
then you're going to throw it forward, make a loop, and whip like that. So you're looking
Okay.
for that.
So I want
And
the
then it
whip
goes
to
forward.
curl forward. All right.
Right. So it's like this, and then forward.
Okay.
So,
Let's see if I can manage this. So forward or
keep
backwards?
it on the ground behind you so it doesn't tangle. Keep your wrist loose. And then, like I said, swing it fully extended, 3/4 of a circle, and then in one motion, flick it forward like you're throwing a fishing rod.
Okay. See if I can do this.
Get it up over your shoulder.
Okay.
I think he sold Indiana 10
Hold on just a second. Grab it a little lower.
Lower.
You're going to get it up here.
Whoa.
I'll show you from here. You get it to here. And then roll the wrist like that. Spot.
So like that.
You don't want to turn it down. You want to keep it straight.
Keep it straight. All right.
Throw it straight in your wrist.
Okay.
Get it up. I'll show you again. So, keep your elbow down. You're going to do it
Okay.
really lazy. You get up to about here. You just got to do it in one motion before it hits the ground behind you. Otherwise,
Okay.
when you throw, it'll pull up in your armpit. So you go here. Stop. Not fast enough. Up. Behind you. Then you roll it forward.
Okay.
You gotta get it up. So bend your elbow a little bit. Get your
Okay.
wrist up to your shoulder. Almost. You gotta get the motion.
Well, I got a curve.
Can I try?
You wanna try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you show me how it's
Okay.
because
Up.
Takes quite a bit of practice, it seems.
okay.
3/4 of a circle and then straight ahead.
Oh, it's easy.
Alright.
It looks easy.
If you're right-handed, go with your right hand.
What do you guys think? Is it easy? Should I have been able to do that crack?
He got it.
Well, he got it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah, first try.
I mean, yeah, first try.
You're geared up in camera. Think you can do it?
Sure. I'll give it a shot.
Whoops.
You probably have to take it off.
Here, you have my headphones.
Headphones. You guys get to see the butler.
Yeah. Grip it low. So you got some leverage. Like on the very end here. Yeah, you try to get the knot in the palm of your hand like a gear shift. Yeah. And start with it down to your side.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
wow. Look.
Right idea. Now, timing, you just go a little scoop. All in one focus.
Yeah.
Well, you got it.
Okay. So that wasn't your fault. I saw it tangled on the ground. So that wasn't your fault.
Dana TV is raiding with a party of 15. Thank you so much for that raid.
Yeah.
We are live here at Quad State. I'm currently behind the camera. It's my cameraman right there. Thank you guys so much for that raid. Welcome to the stream. So we are live at a blacksmithing conference, and thank you so much. So yeah, we are live at a blacksmithing conference, and we're kind of wandering around. This is the biggest blacksmithing conference in the continental U.S., and it's a pretty big deal. So we've been here since Friday afternoon. We've kind of been walking around, planning a few things, but yeah, welcome to the stream. Dana TV, thank you so much for joining us and bringing your lovely community. Happy Saturday. Yes, Butler sighting. Well, I mean, you know, he's not Bigfoot. I love your Twitch. Your t-shirt. We don't fix cats. No, we don't fix cats, cars, or broken hearts here. Hi, Mahalo. Welcome to the stream. So, and hi to Butler. Mahalo says hello. So, not only are we in a whip booth, but we also do chainmail pieces. They're absolutely gorgeous. Chainmail is so, like, tedious. Not something that I really enjoy. Occasionally I do some, but not too terribly many.
Sorry.
No, that's more than fine, you know. Also, it gave me time to welcome in our, we got 15 new viewers in a big burst, so it gave me time to welcome everyone. So, can you tell us about, or can you tell me your name and your business? Oh, yes.
It helps if we can hear.
Yeah, so there is a magnet and also a clip.
Okay. Put it on your shirt.
Yeah.
So I'm Josh Boring. My business is Shymass Studios, and if you couldn't tell when you came in, I've got a bit of ADD. I can't really focus on one thing for too long. So I do like laser work, a little bit of blacksmithing, which is why I'm here. You know, chainmail, bulbs are the first thing I started doing, making by hand. So what would you like to know?
So can you tell us about how you got started making whips and the chainmail work?
So I was at a homeschool convention back when I was a teenager, and they had a cowboy who was like actually a cattle herder by profession doing a demonstration, you know, and after he was done, he actually let people go up and look at his whips. So I got a good look at it, and I realized it's not made of leather. And he told me, yeah, you can make it out of nylon paracord, 550. And back then, most of what it was used for was making those little survival bracelets that were a trend. So about 6 months later, I went to YouTube and just on a whim searched like how to make a paracord bulb. And back then there was like 2 tutorials. One was kind of a time lapse. The other one was by a guy named Nick Schrader.
I think I've seen some of his videos. I
Right,
saw him making one.
He's really grown. He's kind of one of the big names now. I've actually gotten to meet him in person since then, but I followed his tutorials at first. First 2 or 3 whips were a complete failure, but by the time I got one to crack, I was hooked. So a lot of this is the result of, I don't know, maybe the last 10 years or so of me experimenting and making whips. And now I don't even follow his tutorials. He's gone off in a different direction. I've found my own way of doing it. And I thought it was just going to distract me for like a weekend. And here I am like a decade later still making them because it's just like so much to experiment with this.
Yeah. So how about some of your other pieces? You've got some wood burning and some chainmail.
Yeah, we can start here since we're here. When lockdown hit, I knew I was going to be, going out of my mind. So I was trying to find something that was going to keep me busy.
Mhm.
I'd already joined a local makerspace and taken some classes on how to use a laser cutter.
Ooh, yes.
And that was the moment when I'm like, okay, I'm going to be alone for however long. I'm going to buy my own laser to keep myself busy. So I got myself a glow forge. And I learned how to design most of my own stuff. So, it's mostly numbers, like,
Mhm.
shifting fractions and stuff. And I got my
Yeah.
DVDs from my movie night out here. Sorry, I'll get that out of the way. But you can tell, like, slowly building detail and figuring out new things I can do.
Mhm.
It mostly all started with, actually, I think it was this size. I was making these for honey bottles for a honey shop in Grove City. And I put them up on Etsy, and people started asking for different sizes because what it turns out is you can customize a lot with laser stuff. So this doesn't do as much with shows, but I sell a lot on Etsy.
Oh, I can imagine. So are you using CAD to design and?
The thing I learned to do it with was a program called Corel Draw. And
Okay, yeah.
It's kind of interchangeable with a lot of other programs, whether it's like Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator, things like that. It's just what I learned first and what I stuck with. But there's a lot of good programs out there.
Yeah, definitely.
It's tough to find one that doesn't have like a license fee or subscription model or whatever they do these days.
The 3D software I tend to use is called Blender, and it is a free open source software. So.
Right. I've heard of Blender, and I've got a 3D printer that I've barely used, but that's good for 3D modeling. The program I use with Corel Draw, really the only feature I use is two-dimensional. So I use it to basically draw boxes and get finger joints, and then I have to cut it out of a flat sheet of wood and reassemble it. So that's the only difference, essentially.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
We can wander over to the chainmail because this is kind of the second thing that came about after I started doing bullwhips. And this is another rabbit hole I've fallen down and I haven't hit bottom yet. But I learned I can make my own rings out of galvanized electric fence wire. And you can get that in like a half-mile spool at a Tractor Supply. That'll do dozens, if not hundreds, of these wallet chains. Cool thing about chainmail that I discovered is it's got so many different corners that you can just niche into. Like I homed in on the wallet chains, but there are other people who do jewelry. There's another guy here who does like anodized aluminum, so it's like colored necklaces and stuff. And some people do the recreational stuff like the suits of armor. You can find a very comfortable niche just in like it's a lot like blacksmithing in that respect. You can do art, you can do knives, and you can just kind of settle in there. You don't have to do everything there is. And of course, my dad's a beekeeper, so he brought his
honey.
stuff.
Honey candies and
he freeze dries Skittles. So,
is there anything else that you would like to tell us about your work? And then I will also ask if anybody from my audience would like to contact you, maybe online. Do you have an online store or anything like that?
Yeah, most of my business is done off of Etsy right now. I have a website, but I haven't figured out how to charge shipping on it, so it's a little more than a glorified like photo album right now. But it's shymaskstudios.com, and no, it's not Sky Mask. I get that mistake all the time. It's SHYMASK Studios, and so I've got like. I started on eBay. Etsy is where I do most of my like custom laser cut business stuff. You won't find the whips there, but you'll find a gallery of the whips on my website, which is shymaskstudios.com. Other than that, that's kind of the big things here.
Okay.
And I do a little odds and ends, not really worth taking up all more of your time. You've given me a lot of attention.
All right. My last question is, why come to Quad State?
I came here when I was kind of, discovering I was a jack of all trades, master of none. So I was learning how to make bullwhips, do the chainmail. I'd already started doing that at the time. So I was looking for other things to kind of round out my skill set and pick up some more like talents. Blacksmithing was one of the things that caught my eye. And I forget where I heard about it, but I decided to come here because I only live about an hour away. It's a short trip.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of just wandered around and was learning how to do blacksmithing. So I still know how to do it, but it's not the main thing I do.
Mhm.
But what I found is, you know, people have a great appreciation for effort and time and skill that goes into a product, because that's what these people are all about.
Yes.
So, like, I actually sell a decent amount of bullwhips. A lot of people have nostalgia, you know, farm raised people all around. And I just have made a lot of friends here, and I've kind of become established. So,
Uh-huh.
you know, I'll still be doing blacksmithing. It's just not my primary thing at the moment.
Uh-huh.
So,
All right.
and it's, you know, a good, comfortable show. I like to camp out here before it even kicks off. It's like a mini vacation, you know, less of a job and more of a break from real life.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you for talking with us
Sure
and for
thing.
showing us how to
Mhm.
crack a whip.
absolutely.
All right.
There you go. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Welcome in, Jack. How are you? Yeah, he is a cool guy. So we've got several other places that I'd like to stop. We definitely want to see some of the demonstrators. There are a lot of amazing demonstrators here at Quad State. And I want to get through as many as possible, so show you as much stuff as we can. I'm apparently getting notifications on this phone, but that's all right. Hello, sister. Welcome to the stream. Is this set up on a fairgrounds? It looks huge. It is set up on a fairgrounds. This is the Miami County Fairgrounds in Troy, Ohio, today. People have been here since Tuesday, set up and forging in different locations, and they will be here until Sunday. So this is a yearly conference. And you can look it up at on the Quad State website. So it's just like if you Google search Quad State, I believe it's just quadstate.com, or maybe it's .org. It's been a while. Yeah, Quad State is massive. It is so huge. Like I said, if I put together the BAM conference and the IBA conference and then doubled that in size, that's about what you get here. There is so many people who are tailgating here and demonstrating. There are like 6 different demonstrations. There's all kinds of competitions. And I mean, it is a huge event. So over here is the coal iron booth. Coal Iron Forge, or Coal Iron Works, is an Indiana staple. They produce and sell presses and power hammers. They also have a few other odds and ends, so they can service all blacksmiths all over the place. So let's check them out. These are lovely. Hello.
Howdy.
Hey guys, I am live on Twitch, and we're kind of walking around checking out the sites. I was wondering if maybe you might want to tell us about your presses and power hammers.
Sure thing.
Maybe get a demo in. Do I hear a forge going, or is it?
It's going. It'll need to get turned back up.
Uh-huh.
It's idling right now. We're gonna do a demo. Maybe Charlie can do that. Yeah. So you actually caught us at a good time. This is our 10-year anniversary.
Here, I'm sorry.
It's all good. This is actually our 10-year anniversary of when we launched our company, which is Coal Iron Works here. So we're based out of Anderson, Indiana. We're about a half an hour outside of Indianapolis. And 10 years ago, in this exact spot, our 2 co-founders, Nathan and Andy, brought their first hydraulic press to Quad State. And they had just built one because they needed one, because they were ornamental blacksmiths and they wanted to show it off. They came home from that event 10 years ago with 10 orders.
Oh,
and
wow.
immediately pivoted their business model. And here we are today. We've got a full comprehensive press, hydraulic press product line. We've got H-frame models. We've got C-frame models. We build the KA75 trip hammer over here, which is this little red and blue beast over here. We do 15 kilowatt and 25 kilowatt induction forges, which is essentially a microwave for blacksmiths. If you've ever seen one work, that little copper coil on the front of it will heat up a piece of steel just using electricity. And it'll heat it from room temperature to melting in no time flat. And then these two twins that we've got here are kind of our latest addition to our product line. It's our self-contained 75-pound forging hammer. So it's a 5 horsepower single phase machine, weighs about 2,200 pounds overall, and it will sling a 75-pound ram hammer down at your workpiece at 220 beats a minute. So
That is amazing.
Whole ton, a lot of work done in a hurry.
Yeah. So what is the price range for some of these machines?
So we try to have coverings all across the market. Our entry-level model, which we don't have here down in the parking lot, they actually have one up in the sofa shop, is our 12-ton. It's a bench top, angle iron frame. That starts at around $3,000. And then also our induction forges start about there. And then we have offerings in every price range up to about, our standard offerings up to about $17,000. These power hammers are about the $15,000 price range. Our 60-ton H-frame is the biggest model that we currently produce. That's about $17,000 with our digital control system on it.
Yeah. So I also, I saw you guys at the Indiana Blacksmith Association conference. And you didn't have any of your pieces here, but you also had like other things that you also provide, so like smaller things. So can you tell me about some of that stuff?
So obviously if we're selling machines, we need to sell the tooling for them. So we have a comprehensive suite of different interchangeable dies and that kind of stuff that go in the machines. We also try to just be a resource for blacksmiths in the industry. So on our card over here, I can show you, we've got punch, lube, and materials over here. So whether it's maintaining your machines or maintaining your tooling for the machines, being able to lubricate the tooling as it's going in and out of material. But we also offer a wide range of small cut bar stock, you know, especially stuff like this. Funny shape here is called Flutagon. This material is called Atlantic 33 tool steel.
Yeah, I bought a piece on from Indiana, and we made a hammer drift out of it.
Yep, it's a fantastic tool steel, really forgiving to use, really versatile. The problem is that you can only get it from Atlantic, and you have to buy it by the truckload. And so we buy it by the truckload and cut it into smaller chunks and sell it retail on our website, so that if a blacksmith wants to get their hands on some of it, they can buy 12 inches instead of 20,000 pounds of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Trying to make stuff a little bit more accessible.
Yeah. So I definitely want to see a demo if you've got steel when it gets hot. And then I also, last time when I talked to you guys in Indiana, you were talking about your school. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, so Charlie over here, who can demonstrate something for you guys in a minute, he is our headmaster of our school. He's our resident instructor. He's a world-class bladesmith and also a very talented blacksmith, making tools and jigs and fixtures, and is a very creative individual. And he runs the school there. So we have offerings all over kind of the price range, from local, quick, mini classes, whether you want to come and forge a railroad spike knife or forge a hammer or something in just a couple hours, all the way up to week-long seminars and symposiums with master bladesmiths, and we are working on getting some more accreditation and stuff like that as well. So
yeah, a little birdie told me that you guys are having a conference yourselves in, I think, December.
Yeah, so we have our Andy Davis Memorial Hammer In at our shop the first weekend of December every year. So we've got some awesome demonstrators lined up. They're not 100% confirmed yet, so I won't say who's coming out, but we have we try to get a nice mix of ornamental or artist blacksmiths, some tool makers, some knife makers. We try to keep it interesting, so it's always a good time.
And that's at your
That's at our
warehouse?
shop at the Cole School in Anderson, Indiana.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you talked a little bit about what coming to Quad State means to you guys, but can you tell me a little bit about Quad State?
Yeah,
Do me a favor, step that way so you're not in front of the porta potties when I cut it out.
Oh, that's a good call. Good call. Good call.
I'll
Yeah.
come over here.
Quad State is it's kind of like Christmas every year. If you're a blacksmith, really on this half of the United States, you get guys from all over the country that make the trek out here every year, and it's a great spot to, a lot of people come here to pick up, find deals on tools, or unload some tools that they don't need in their shop anymore. But it's always a good time to see people and kind of just interact with the community and catch up with old friends and just hang out for a week. So
Awesome.
it's always a good time.
Yeah. So, guess steel's getting hot.
Yeah,
or-
we're working on that.
Okay.
We can fire up the hammer here in a minute. And
Okay.
You got hot steel? Take it
Okay.
away, brother.
Cool. Yeah. Can I borrow that for a moment? Wow. That is sweet, Ping. That's so cool. So it's so bright out that that steel looks orange, but I assure you, it's as hot as it ever is in my shop. It is amazing how fast this thing is getting tapered. So cool. Thank you so much for that demo. So, can I ask you what size stock that started at?
That first one was 7-inch round, and then the second was 1/4x1 stock.
I mean, it was just eating it up.
Yeah, which is also, we're having a little issue with the timing in the valve in there. This is not hitting as hard as it should be.
Okay. So is that's this model, or like this particular machine, or is that like something that you're working on?
It's still a work in progress. Yeah, we're still refining it and getting it dialed in, tuned up, perfect. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that demo.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. So I think now we are. I'm. So now we're gonna go and this way and take a look at some of the demos. There are over in these cattle barns. There's all of the demonstrators that are doing demonstrations, or like they're doing various different demonstrations. There's one of them that is doing a window grate. There is another one who is actually demoing, well, they're barrel makers. I'm not sure if they're actually doing a barrel right now, but they are, that's what they do. And there's also a hands-on area that I want to show you guys. So we are going to walk through here as well as we can and check some of this out. You need such a thing in your shop. What do they cost? It went to ads when you asked that. So the one that he was demoing, the closed C pattern, he said that that one was $15,000. So pretty up there. But you can get a few smaller ones for a lot lower, especially used ones.
I think their lowest was 7,000.
I think that, yeah, I think their lowest was 7,000. I've tried that before. I'm really bad at it. This is not even that much for a professional machine. No, not really. They are relatively reasonable. A little bit outside of my price range, but you know. Go ahead.
Well, hold the finger down. Yes.
So yeah, very reasonable if that's, you know, if you're a professional and you're making good money out of blacksmithing. It also is going to speed up your work exponentially from hand hammering. So yes, a great machine, and I have heard nothing but praise for Cole Iron Works' machines. So these are a few of the tailgaters, and then in there is our very first demonstrator. So I got to be a little bit quiet, make sure that, you know, we don't disrupt people.
Probably just do fly by here. To the
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's it. That's the last step. Get the next one so so yeah, that's you guys watched it come together, and thanks for your support. I'll turn it back over to Jock to take us out.
Thank you, Gabriel. So that leaf is going around. It's not quite done yet. I want to grab it back and finish it. And anyone who hasn't seen it yet, and it'll be out on the table here afterwards. Or there's even a couple blanks left. If there's somebody who wanted to make their own leaf, you're more than welcome to grab one of the blanks here on the table, and you can even borrow my end stake and take it over to the teaching tent.
So it looks like they're done with their demo for the day, or for the moment. We've got the blacksmithing library again. We saw these guys in Indiana. There were so many amazing books, and we talked to them then. Oh, looks like someone else is also talking, maybe podcasting. Yeah, so we're gonna go around the outside. I'm trying to make it to a meeting that we set up prior to the stream. We're a little late already, but not too bad. I think we'll be able to make it. So inside this building over there is like the competition and the gallery space. I don't think we have time to make it in there today, but I definitely have some footage of that for you guys, and I will be putting that out on my YouTube when I'm able to, within the next couple weeks. So over here are the Colonial Williamsburg blacksmiths. They do a lot of barrel making and gunsmithing. So we'll take a look at them real fast. See what they're up to.
I've made up some of that and used it for I've not made many socket drizzles because when they ordered new set of drizzles, I think that's used for something that would have like a hidden tank running in those sockets, and then it would be used for something like this. So like it's out of the sewer handle.
If we're already like counting.
Oh, okay. All right.
Double back.
So we're gonna come over here and we're gonna go and take a look at the hands-on demo area. See if there's anybody that will talk to us around here. Hello. Hi. So, are you guys free or?
She's kind of working with a couple of kids right now, but I think she's winding up with them.
Okay. All right. So can you talk to us while we're waiting, or?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. So I'll give you this.
Okay.
So this is the hands-on demo area.
Correct.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about what goes on here?
Well, Caitlin set it up with a few challenges, as she puts it. You can start off with a piece of round stock and make a knot into it. That's a bending exercise. You can take a piece of square stock and turn it into a leaf, just as a simple forging exercise. And back to the knot, you could make it fancy and turn it into a hook.
Awesome.
And if you're feeling really ambitious, you can combine the two and make a leaf and have the stem tied into a knot.
Awesome. That sounds like fun.
Yes.
So is this a drop-in or is this more of a, you've pre-signed up?
It's first come, first served. We had a sign-in sheet. You selected what you did, and you just waited your turn.
Awesome. That sounds like so much fun.
Yes, you can see as our list, we had almost 25 people come through here today, and I'm sure it was more than that because people would sign up one name, but 2 people would work the animal.
Awesome. So yeah. So can you tell me why these particular projects? What makes them good for a beginner?
Okay. Like making the knot, it's simple. It's not really heavy work, but you're learning how to bend it, right? And just because it's hot over here, if you smash the hammer there, it may not bend there. If you have a second.
Hi. Hello.
I am sneaking in to grab a set of tongs, but I'd love to chat with you.
Okay, and then we can also chat a little bit more in depth later when everything is.
I love that so much. I just got some little
No worries.
So the leaf, you have to start off with making a point, and there are so many things in blacksmithing that you make a point, right?
Yeah.
It starts off with a point, and then you have to neck it down again. And then you have to draw this out. There's tapering, drawing out. Those are and upsetting. Those are the 3 things in blacksmithing that everything falls under.
Yeah.
And then, so you draw that out, and then you have to flatten that, and it.
Yeah, and then shaping it.
Yep.
Too. Yeah. So yeah, that there are a lot of basic techniques. That are practiced here. So yeah, that's awesome. All right. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And can I get your name real fast?
Michael Todd.
Okay, cool. And I think we're gonna maybe take a a little bit of a look over here. And
Have at it.
all right, thank you so much. So it looks like there is all kinds of people. Great instruction.
Yeah, I don't like height.
And last night, this was the site of the blacksmithing contest. They had kind of a head-to-head thing going on, where multiple blacksmiths, one on each anvil, were competing to see who could create the most pretty or the most nails. And so it was just kind of funny. That one was for the 16 and under, but it was kind of funny because we spent an entire stream trying to perfect a nail. I definitely have way too much practice left to go to get a good nail, but yeah. So. So it looks like they are pretty busy. So we might have to come back a little bit later so that we can talk to Kate. So, maybe we'll hang out for a little bit longer and then we'll move on. I just want to make sure that we're not interrupting, but we're also, getting to everywhere I wanted to get to. We've been streaming for about an hour, and I think we're probably going to get about another half hour to 45 minutes left in the stream. So, and I definitely want to get a couple other locations, or hit a couple other locations that we scouted out earlier. So, but yeah, I definitely think that this is a great space for people to learn about blacksmithing, kind of get their hands dirty and experience it for themselves. So, huh?
Take a look down the line?
Yeah, let's take a look down the line.
Alright, let's see if my fiber. That's nice.
Rock it right around. Nice. It's not stuck there. You just don't want it stuck there. Push it down just a little bit further. That's all I can on it. Yeah, let's lift it straight up. Right back in. Next step.
All right. Alrighty. Let's move on and we'll come back. I should have an interview with Caitlin for YouTube. So I'll have that for you guys then. We'll come back a little bit later when there's fewer people that are working. So I've got Oh, thank you. You too. So there are a few other places that I'd like to show you guys. There is a whole camp set up. The Brazil camp is what they've been calling it. And they are a group of about 40 blacksmiths who have been hanging out here since Tuesday. And they have been smithing night and day. I think that they told me that they stopped smithing yesterday at about 4 in the morning, and it's been between 3 and 4 in the morning every day since Tuesday. So honestly, that's so much forging. I think I would be so tired. I don't think I could do that. So we're gonna come on through here. So like I said, in this building, there is quite a few things going on. They've got the iron in the hat, they've got a auction and several vendors, and then they also have a gallery where you can judge. They're being judged for the best novice, the best child or kids, and or like under 16, and then they're also doing a professional. So there are 3 different divisions that they've been doing for their contests, and so yeah, it's pretty cool. So now we're going to go down and check out some of the tailgaters. The tailgaters. I think we need to go down that way a little bit further, right?
Yeah, I think that.
Okay.
3 rows.
Yeah. So what do you guys think so far? Having fun? I know I am. This is a blast. So big though. I'm getting tired walking a little bit. There's just, you can see all of these golf carts people are using to get around. So let's check out some of these tailgaters. I don't think I've ever seen this many tailgaters in one place. There's so much equipment. I wish I could buy it all. It's a little power hammer. That one's probably going to be a lot cheaper than the one that we were looking at for coal iron. And yeah, those Americans. Yeah. This is really cool. It is a 6-inch post vise. So my post vise is about 4 inches. So this one is a 6-inch vise. You can tell that because from here to here is about 6 inches, and it will open about 6 inches. You tend to get about a square of opening, like jaws. What? 200-meter distance length scale vehicle, yes. Tons of space, tons of stuff going on. It is so huge. So they've got Anderson Larson Blacksmithing. We talked to them in Indiana. And all kinds of stuff. So we don't have too terribly much time left in the stream, but there are 2 other places that I'd like to get to. I'm hoping that we can get to them both. So where I'm taking you now is to Brazil, Brazil camp. So one of the most prolific blacksmiths on YouTube is Alex Steele, and the person who taught him blacksmithing was Brian Brazil. Did we miss our tent? Is it over there? It's over there.
We're on the backside.
We're on the backside. See if we can make it. Shall we cut through, you think?
I think we should, if we're going to make it in time for the end of the stream.
Yes. It is super, super big. Where is it? Did I miss it? Man, and this place is so big, I've gotten lost. On the left over there? Okay, cool. All right. There they are.
Come on, guys.
Hey.
Did you buy a raffle ticket yet?
Not yet. We will do that though.
You have a chance to own this lovely grill. Or
It
this
is a
Jennifer
lovely
Petrella
grill. Yeah. We'll do that.
So we did this as a class project over.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're live streaming on Twitch. So yeah, we were here earlier and we talked to a few people. So, but yeah, we are live. So if you're not comfortable with that, I can find someone else.
If you're willing to put me on, it's fine. So a group of us gathers every Thursday in Atlanta, Indiana, at Kirk Fehrenbach shop. We've been doing it Thursday after Thursday. We used to do, hey, here's a demo on how to make tongs, and then we'd all make tongs. But we've been going for years and years and years, so our projects are getting more and more complex. So this was a project made over 3 or 4 Thursdays, where we use it as kind of a teaching tool, and then we put it together. We made a chair for Warner Steel's 30th anniversary chair competition.
Okay.
It's in the gallery. It's the forged chair that's there, and we ended up winning a $500 prize. We turned that $500 into $500 of ribeyes that we're going to cook tonight for dinner to celebrate. So this was made to cook the ribeyes, and then we're raising money to hopefully bring in a demonstrator to our next Thursday night.
Awesome.
But if you look down here, we've got, you can see all the different levels of skill set of people. We've got, you know, I made a couple of these, but we've got newer people that are just putting the leaves on, different flowers, whatever their skill set was to be able to do it. You know, and then we did a class on fishtail scrolls. So I showed somebody how to do this, and then the 3 other guys had to make the duplicates. There's 4 of them on them. We scrolled them up. We did a 14-inch forge welded ring, you know, and showed people how to do that. So there's lots of lessons throughout here, and then people teamed up to make each of the tools. So the raffle, the first raffle picked will be the grill and all of the tools. The second ticket picked will be the Jennifer Petrella fork. We met Jennifer out at Abana. And she liked what we did in our thing, and she came and demonstrated for us in June at the IBA conference. And then she found out what we were doing here, and she sent this to be included in the raffle. So,
awesome.
2 chances to win. It's good stuff. We're going to use it tonight, and I think the drawing is going to be at 9 o'clock.
Awesome.
So get by the winning ticket.
Yeah.
Take care, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Got someone working over here. Can you see? It's just over there. It's fine. Go ahead. So these guys have been out here since Tuesday. They have been forging like night and day. Let's see if we can get somebody to talk to us. Oh, hi. Terrifying. All right. Looks like they're taking a break a little bit. So we took a look at this guy earlier today, and they were telling us that this is their travel setup. So it's kind of similar to the ones that we made together, but theirs are, they all bolt together. So everything comes apart, and it's angle iron, and it can be made with just a single 20-foot section and a little bit of round bar. Hi. I'm Ray, and I am live streaming on Twitch right now. I came a little bit earlier and talked to a few people, but I think maybe they told you about me. I think you're Brian, right?
Yeah.
I think I talked to your brother earlier.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't remember talking to that.
Yeah.
I just
You
curious
weren't
what
here
you were
yet.
doing, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we are live streaming. So yeah.
Can we talk to you?
Can we talk to you?
Sure.
Awesome.
No, I'm over here doing a piece. But,
Okay.
we'll follow you. We don't want to interrupt.
We don't want to
yeah.
interrupt, but
Oh,
we also.
I'm just going over there. Finish another piece I started last night.
Awesome.
Titanium. Yeah, I saw you talking about the forge. I came up. That's what I've been using for I don't know a long time to travel with. And yeah, I found it interesting. You know, people are making them now, and if it can be broken down, like you're, I think, talking about the bolting and stuff.
Yeah.
I rivet them together too sometimes, but you can cut them apart or press those. And I had to with my last one that went to Kenya to put it in the box because we already had all the stuff boxed, so it was just bar stock. You know, and, yeah.
Yeah. So you're Brian Brazil, yeah? So most of my audience know you from Alex Steele's YouTube show.
Oh yeah. He made me famous.
Yeah. So I was kind of curious about like your tool making method. Like how did you come up with that?
Well,
I don't mean to put you on the spot.
You know, I basically started out a farrier, and you know, I did work like a farrier, but I started doing blacksmithing because I liked, you know, the forging parts, even as a farrier. But I started doing more, you know, heavier metal and stuff like that. And yes, I had to make whatever I needed to do. I actually stopped being a farrier and decided I would try and be a blacksmith. And I didn't know about blacksmithing groups or anything. And when I started moving metal around that's larger than a horseshoe that actually changes dimension, you know, I naturally gravitated to a larger hammer and standing on differently, raising the hammer up to throw it from a farther distance and do the work and efficiently and effectively. But, and yes, I had to make my own tools, but I finally left California where I was actually working and making a living as a blacksmith to learn more, started traveling around the country, ended up in Tom Clark, getting exposed a little bit to some, you know, tools that Barry Hoffy, he brought him over that learned from Albert Hoffman. I never really had heard of these people, but seeing their tools and things like that, I, you know, toured around with Tom for a while, 2001 to 2002 or 3. Then I had to go back and help some people that had some, you know, needed help, injuries, failures and stuff. But by 2004, my brother, he actually got injured, just had to stop working as fair, and he started going with me and striking, showing people what I do with a hand hammer, with an emblem I created to explain. I didn't make it, but I came up with the idea to explain how I was forging on with an emblem and a hammer with certain surfaces, and basically all use certain surfaces to divide the metal up. And they called it the diamond. I've got a little version of it there. But by 2004, when I was back in California, they had me demonstrate again. They also had Alfred Haberman come and demonstrate. And he saw us working on that, and he said, "You have to come to Helstein and demonstrate, compete at a large, at that time, the largest black community in the world, over 32 nations." He said he would make that animal, and we could demonstrate on that and show them how to move these large pieces of metal around. We actually made him a cane when we went up to another event after that event, after that other event was done. And yeah, he invited us to go, which doesn't mean he's, we're going with him right then, but we decided, hey, let's go to some events, try and raise money to go to Europe. This was in May. So we did a horseshoe event that we've done a lot of times, North California Classic. We made some money, and then we decided to go see the parents. And then from there we started. Well, before that, I called Bill Boston up at Austin Community College and told him, hey, this is what we're going to do. Because he used to teach at Tom's. He knew Yuri Hoppe. He knew Haberman, all this. And I asked if we could set up an event before we go. He was the only one who understood what I meant. And he did set up an event, but that event was not until August, like 2 weeks before we were supposed to go. And we didn't have the time, but we raised money. We went, saw our parents, and we stopped at the Oklahoma group, the president, before we got to my mom and dad's, and stayed the night, and did some work with him. Then we got invited to do some work with the Oklahoma group, and we did some, helped on the sculpture they wanted at Urbana in 2004 that Richard Dyer designed. He's not with us anymore, but and we did a little bit more work. Then we went to Tom Clark's in Missouri, which I had knowledge of, and we no, we went to Mississippi first. But I think Tom was doing a demonstration there, and I've done a demonstration there before, but we helped him do some things. Then he had to leave. He did not finish a gate. They hired us to finish a gate, so we stayed there and did that. They paid us to do it, and then they set up a class. So that gave us money to then go to Tom's, and by that time they were doing a class with Haberman was supposed to come and do a sculpture for the Urbana Conference 2004 in Kentucky. So 2 weeks before that, there were 10 people that did a class. Tom let me and Ed attend the class for half price, and we did the sculpture. We went to Urbana. God, this is should have had me, shouldn't it? Then at Urbana, we did the sculpture. We didn't really have a thing. We weren't making any money at that time, but we were involving ourselves. But then our dad died suddenly on the Saturday night. We had heard, and our mom, I think our mom did call, and so I said we gotta get home, but we didn't have a way to get home. We didn't get money. So I asked Tom, hey, can we, get our stuff out? And he said, yeah, and so we did, and so they worked that night. Then half the day, next day, raised enough money, and then we left early, and we went to Oklahoma and attended the funeral, and then hung out, went and saw our cousins, and we actually worked with their kids that were interested in crawdad gigging. We played a forge. Oh gosh, you don't want to hear all this. It's cool though. We actually made a forge. We didn't have stuff at that time, but we didn't bring our stuff to that thing. We were just visiting, and we actually made a pair of punch, a pair of tongs.
Yeah.
And I made the gigs. We went gigging, 2 nights in a row till 4 o'clock in the morning. And these are kids, I'm in
Yeah.
40s, mid 40s. And,
So yeah.
then we went and bought them back in Emerald. Then we, by that time, it was basically time to do the Austin show. And at that time, we hadn't raised any money, but at the Austin thing, we put in our equipment. Like striking, the diamond one, striking vice that we come up with the tripod now.
Yeah.
I think that we had a high one also, and other things that I made. And then they also put some things in. They raised over $5,000.
That is excellent.
Half
Yeah.
a day event. That got us there.
Your start? Yeah. Awesome.
And, yeah, we went there, attended the class. We got there a week early for the festival to compete. I figured he didn't have time to make the diamble, which is not here, but we actually went to work right away. I made some things, and I like made a staff with a horse head, and with that, we traded materials to build this, plus got other materials that the school needed to do the class. And we attended the Price Stone, which was the largest blacksmith event in the world at the time. Over 10,000 people in there, 32 nations. We were the first Americans. We put a flag over every time someone comes, and it was quite a cultural experience. But then we attended the class, and 2 week long, did well. After that, we went and worked with his son at his former home site. His son and his grandson now live and work. We stayed there for a whole month. Took the diamond there. It's still there. They use it or have used it, and then went on to Ipswich, Austria, and in Ipswich, Austria, they put us right to work. We finished the sculpture in no time that they'd had for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I figured out how to do it. They gave us a place to work. Then they gave us another place to work. And then they had us making things for Christmas and all the market. And they basically put us to work. And,
sounds like you learned a lot.
And well, this was basically doing the things I already had been doing, and in whatever they wanted at the time, like these Roykin candles for Christmas. But I do only forging designs, and we were able to, pay our way.
Of course,
To stay there, eat, all that, and actually make just a little bit of money. Not really. We just basically broke even. But I was invited back to work with Alpha Common. We stayed there 6 months, which was our, basically time.
So is your...
But then I came back to California for 3 months. Tried to get people interested in coming back to compete. Let's see, I got 4 girls, Lisa Jacobs, who's not with us anymore, Heather McClarty, Mary Jane Veneer, and Sean Lavelle. And they all, first time any women ever took the class there. they didn't think women belonged in the shop. They liked women, but they didn't want to work with me. They put me to work with them. After 1 week, they changed their mind.
Yeah.
Because those women outperformed the men. Probably did better than any student. Of course, they had the advantage of me knowing what to expect and do.
Yeah.
And yes, we use larger hammers than they, a different style of boarding. So they were really impressed, and yeah, their minds changed. And that time when I came back, they had to go home, of course, and I ended up staying for another 11 months.
Yeah.
And then attended. But in all that time, I was the one like boarding in Alfred's shop, preparing, making tools, and seeing how these tools were made.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't make real big tools, represent tools mostly, but all handmade, all the tongs, top tools, bottom tools, everything to do the solid work that they were doing. And when I came back, I just applied it to larger hammers, and I shortened up the tools a bit, made a few changes, and adapted to the inch hardy hole where they have larger.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it developed from there. But, I mean, it's a
well,
it's a lot. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I mean, we're starting a piece, so thank you so much for talking to me. I'll be back later on, and maybe we can talk some more.
Yeah.
Then.
I mean, you know, all the youngsmith stuff, you know. I mean, right now it's even like snowballing, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Like that young man over there, you know, the Pinks and the Chain Gang, all the, you know, people getting together, doing all this. They're learning that way. I didn't teach anyone anything. You learn by doing it, and you know,
of course.
You know, step up and play.
Yep.
And you can't help but learn doing this stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for talking with me. Yeah.
That man is worked out.
All right. So yeah, that was Brian Brazil. He is a very skilled blacksmith, and that was his origin, it seems. All right, so I do have one other location that I wanted to hit with you guys. After that, I will probably braid off. I'm getting really tired now. We've been at this for like since 8 o'clock this morning, so I need to take a little bit of a rest. Yes, a very talkative blacksmith. I mean, I feel like all blacksmiths are pretty talkative. I mean, I talk to you guys for like 2.5 hours all the time, so, you know. Didn't you teach us not to get caught talking using a coal forge, or you'd burn your piece? See, he was using titanium, and titanium is a little bit, it takes a lot more heat than our mild steel. He also has a hand crank blower, and his hand crank blower is like, if he's not cranking it, then it's not actively getting any heat. So he had a little bit of grace there, but I was a little bit worried towards the end that he'd burn his piece. So talkative titanium, TM, yes. So let's see. I haven't missed it yet, have I, Mr. Butler? I thought so. So, see, I think they are too. I wasn't sure. I don't know how far I'm running. I'm kind of like half talking and, you know, paying attention to chat, and half knowing where I'm getting lost already. So, you know.
I'm still processing that origin story.
Yes. Oh.
It was really nice of him to stop and talk.
It was so nice. But yeah, they will be, they've already let us know that they'll be around forging until the wee hours of the morning. So after I take a break after the stream, I will go out and we'll see what we can get, or what I can get up to. And I will make sure that the butler catches that on camera so that we can make a video for YouTube on that. So some of you guys have let me know that about Christ-Centered Ironworks, and Christ-Centered Ironworks is here, so they've brought a whole bunch of their dies. So I wanted to kind of show you guys what was going on here.
Yeah, I've been hoping to see you again since then. Yeah, it's good to see you. Yeah, it's good to see you.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you were doing all this then, but all the full cut out. Yeah, no, I wasn't.
So we did that rose a few months back, and that was, and we've also seen a few other like blanks. But yeah, coal iron, or I mean, Christ-centered ironworks is a great resource for steel blanks. So they've got lots and lots of different styles and stuff. I didn't know you talked about it earlier or not, but how did the van handle the trip so far? The van handled it very, very well. We thought about starting the stream there, but it's a long walk between the stream and the actual event. So, or I mean, from the van to the event. So I wanted to make sure that like we got to see as much of the stuff in the event as possible. So I will do a video on the van, and I will we'll do a watch along on stream so you guys can watch the Twitch and not have to watch YouTube if that's not your thing. So let's see if anyone wants to talk to me.
Yeah. You can have a look through actually the same thing. That's not the gnarly part. They're gnarly for bugs because they bite them, they ingest them.
Might be a little bit busy.
Yeah. Well, there was all those things.
Kind of a little bit later.
Are you fresh
later in the day?
Right there. What do you get for your 140 on the double bay, 100 on the single. It's right there.
Don't want to interrupt the sale.
We definitely don't want to interrupt your sale, but
no, that's
yeah.
all right. Go ahead.
I'm Ray. I'm streaming live to Twitch right now.
Hello, people on Twitch.
Yeah. So my chatters have talked about how they've seen your YouTube channel and they love your blanks and the stuff that you do. So
awesome. Cool.
I wanted to stop by and, you know, maybe talk a little bit about your blanks and what you do.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So what would you like to know?
Can you tell me about your blanks? Oh, yes.
There you go.
Most people haven't wanted to hold it themselves, and so I've been kind of like,
yeah.
Or I mean, if there's a clippy or a magnet, if either of those work better for you.
We'll mic it up. There you go. I'm used to being on camera, so it's okay.
Awesome. So my friend Corwin says, "Hi, Roy."
Well, hello.
So yeah, can you tell me about your blanks?
Yeah. So so I run a website. So Christ-Centered Ironworks, that's my main business. That's the main doing business as. And then under Christ-Centered Ironworks is blacksmithingblanks.com. So that's what I run all the blank sales and stuff through, is through that website. And I got started in that 5 years ago, actually selling blanks and doing that. And we have expanded. We started with just doing nothing but little like skillet blanks and like 4 different style snowflake blanks. And I think right now we're up over just a little over 300 individual items actually in the store for CNC blanks. But my main primary purpose is to take and serve the blacksmithing community out there. And that's with tools and education and help other burgeoning smiths, you know, start their businesses. So
yeah,
yeah,
definitely. So how did you get started in making blanks?
Well, that started with the skillet blanks. That was just an idea. I said, well, maybe I used to make a lot of skillets. I did that for a living for a while. I did some production smithing and making skillets. I was making 60 of them a month.
at one time, and I used to hand cut those out just by hand. So I trace around a circle, and then so when I was thinking about getting into doing the CNC and doing the skillet blanks, I was like, oh, well, that might make sense for another smith to be able to do, and so that's what I started with, and so that's kind of what got me into it. The table I run is a Langmuir Systems a Crossfire Pro, so it's an entry-level table.
And is that a CAD system, or is that something proprietary?
It's a proprietary CNC system that they have there. But you can run any DXF files through that.
Cool.
And whatever you can think of in flat 2D space, it'll cut it. That kind of thing. So
awesome.
And then it's just kind of, I like to invent and create new tooling and figure out different ways of doing stuff, and it works out hand in hand with that.
So what is your favorite of these, or your favorite piece to do, or
for blanks? Well, my favorite so far has been my treadle hammer kits. I don't have one for display here. I've got a treadle hammer kit that takes a sledgehammer, take a regular old sledgehammer and your anvil, and you can add an air cylinder to it, and with a foot tap you can swing a sledgehammer at your own anvil. So
that's really cool.
So that's one of my favorite kind of things I've designed thus far. So and I have one of those in my shop. So
So what is the budget range for your pieces?
So I've got everything from keychains that are $1 a piece, all the way up to a full-fledged treadle hammer kit with heavy hammer upgrade and everything is about $1,100. So,
awesome.
So it's a broad range. So there's really something for everyone.
For everybody. Awesome. So I think you already covered where my audience can locate you. So you've got your YouTube and the blacksmithblanks.com.
Yep. So if you look up Christ Center Ironworks on YouTube, we have over 2,000 educational videos there on YouTube. And then you can also find me on my Instagram handle and Facebook at Christ Center Ironworks as well. And then blacksmithingblanks.com specifically for the blanks. So if you Google any of those, they're all tied together, and I will pop up ultimately there somewhere.
Here's the question that I've been asking everybody that I've been interviewing is why Quad State? What makes Quad State special for you, or in your experience?
Okay. So I've been coming to Quad State long before I ever had a YouTube channel, just in my very infancy of blacksmithing. So I've been coming to Quad State now 17 years, I believe it's been. And so what makes Quad State special is the amount of creativity that's around here, and the instant access to learn from other smiths, and also the instant access to tools and tooling. I'm sure, as you've known walking around, you can find pretty much anything and everything here. So it's a cool event to come and be part of. Everyone's really friendly. SOFA's motto, which is the organization that puts on the Quad State event, is creative and friendly, and that's definitely what you get here. When you show up. So it's a lot of fun. So so that's what I think is special and unique about it. Everyone's welcome, and you just show up, and you can also make some money to pay for that gas money to take you home after it's all said and done.
So is there anything else that you'd like my audience to know?
Good question. I don't know.
We've covered a lot. Plug your YouTube
do another plug for my YouTube. Watch my videos, like, subscribe, all that jazz.
Yes.
There you go.
All right. I also have a YouTube channel. We're kind of new.
Okay, awesome.
We have, under 1,000 subscribers, but we're growing pretty quick.
Okay, right on.
So, yeah.
Well, what's your YouTube?
Ray's Smithy.
Ray's Smithy. Well, I'll look it up right now and I'll subscribe. How's that sound?
That would be awesome. So yeah, thank you so much for talking with us.
You're very welcome. So I will look you up there. Oh, I got you right there.
Awesome.
So
here's
cool.
a card if you like that.
Yeah, I love that. So thank you.
All right, thank you for talking with us.
Thank you. Goodbye, audience.
Awesome. Do not forget your mic on him. Thanks, the sandwich. I got it. All right, I'm gonna move over here and I'm probably gonna raid off, guys. I'm starting to get really, really tired. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I think I will probably be back streaming on Monday. I'm not terribly exhausted yet, so I think we will be back on Monday. But I'll keep you posted on the Discord. So I will see you guys then. If there's anybody you would like to rate, let me know. Thanks for taking us along. Thank you guys. All right. Let's see if I can figure out how to. Hope you enjoy the rest of your time and safe travels. Thank you guys so much. All right, what do I got? That's a prediction. They changed the thingy, the action or the interface for the stuffies. All right, so I think we're gonna raid Yankee because Yankee always raids us. So I don't often get a chance to raid Yankee. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Did I get it? Okay, cool. All right, so thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we'll see you later. All right, hit stop stream, I think.